This Litecoin chart right now is breaking out, and in today's video I'm going to tell you exactly what that means. And guys, after a long search on the internet, I actually found a prophecy that is talking about Litecoin, which I want to discuss in today's video as well. This is very interesting, a lot of information I want to share in today's video. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Let's jump straight into it. And guys, we are going to start with the charts for now, and then we are going to dive into the prophecy, and then probably we're going to dive back into the charts. But wow, this is just wow. Like, I've been talking, like, we have been actually having so many good calls on this channel the last months, basically, maybe the last 6 months, because I was calling Sui. Sui was trading at very low levels. We made a 400% profit on that trade. Then we were fully on XRP right before the massive breakout. Also, in the end, a super profitable trade. Now I've been flipping to Litecoin, guys, and it really looks like that Litecoin is going to break out right now as well, pulling a XRP move. So this chart is Litecoin against Bitcoin. And what we can see is we are breaking the resistance right here. And I was already expecting this. I've been telling this in many videos in the past, because the momentum is really coming up while the price is coming down. And we have a resistance created. Listen, guys, created since 2022. So that is already it's already more than 2 years that this resistance has been created. When we can break above this, and we haven't yet seen a nice weekly close, other potential breaks resulted in a fake out as well. But if we can get a nice weekly close above this level, I expect this one to at least come to the resistance, which is a 300% move against Bitcoin. But I actually expect, guys, that this one will break out to the upside and break the resistance right here. So if it would be a 3x against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin right now is trading at $100,000 and Litecoin at 120, then that would mean that Litecoin would be already at $360. But if Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin will trade higher during this bull market. A 300% is more than $360. So when we have a look at the Litecoin chart on the USD pair, then we can also see that technically, guys, it looks beautiful. It really looks beautiful. We have this very huge triangle formation that looks very similar like we have seen with XRP. That has been consolidating since 2017. And I want to show you guys, I actually wrote an article about this. I shared it over on the community as well, why Litecoin will make a comeback most likely in 2025. I got a lot of reasons for this. Like, we're talking about the story of Litecoin. Litecoin really looks very similar to XRP. Look at the structure. This is XRP. This is Litecoin. Everything is the same except that Litecoin hasn't seen that breakout with these crazy gains. There's institutional interest. There are free ETFs awaiting approval for Litecoin. The first could come as early as in March this year. This is something I want to share with you as well. The potential growth for Litecoin, guys, this is very interesting, because this will put it a little bit in perspective, right? We have a market cap, now it's a little bit higher because the price of Litecoin, of course, went up. But we have a market cap, let's say 10 billion. 10 billion. Look at the market cap of Bitcoin, that's 1.2 trillion. This is 10 billion. Like, how, even if like 10% of Bitcoin's money would flow to Litecoin, that would be such a significant growth for this currency, compared to the Ethereum market cap of 340 billion. Well, if 10% from Ethereum would flow to Litecoin, it would already bring such a significant gain. That 10% from Ethereum would already be a 3x for Litecoin. So we don't need that much liquidity to get the price up, and all these ETFs are being filed, and yeah, that liquidity most likely will come. Also, the transaction fee of Litecoin is very low. It's very low, and the amount of transactions settled is pretty high. So there are many transactions going on Litecoin. But yeah, guys, you can read this article. This is a little bit fundamental analysis. Also, the Litecoin network value there's a big divergence between the Litecoin price and the network value, right? Historically, this has been following each other. And yeah, here I'm also talking about Litecoin against Bitcoin. So yeah, this article you can read, but this is just another confirmation for me. Like, wow, this is the structure looks very beautiful. We have this triangle formation. We have this like smaller triangle formation within this bigger triangle formation. We broke out to the upside. We backtested the former resistance as support. We hold above that. We had a little bit of a fake out right here with this big capitulation event. Still, we managed to hold above it. Also, guys, and that might be the most important thing, in the midst of, or in the perfect season for altcoins. Like, I shared in my previous video, and many people are not believing that we are most likely, or historically and statistically, we are right in front one of the biggest altcoin seasons. And I gave many reasons for that. You gotta watch that video if you haven't seen it. But one of the reasons is timing. So the blue lines right here show exactly the same time in each bull market. And when this chart goes up, it basically means we see an altcoin season. So based on timing, guys, we are very likely to see an altcoin season based on sentiment too, because so many people were not expecting altcoin season anymore. It's just beautiful. It's also beautiful to see how people all interpret certain things. Like, we talked about the Super Bowl prophecy, right? The prophecy that in the Super Bowl, around Super Bowl, things will go up. And then I get a lot of comments the other day, like, yeah, nothing happened on Super Bowl. Yeah, maybe not like in your news book, nothing happened on Super Bowl, but Super Bowl happened on the 9th of February. Oh, this is really big, actually. Super Bowl happened on the 9th of February. Look at this. The 9th of February is for now the low, and the coming 2 days have been in the green. So I don't know what you're expecting sometimes with these prophecies, but I know some prophecies are being exaggerated, but often there's some truth in it. There was this lady talking for a big crash after the 25th of January. Well, we have seen one of the biggest capitulation events, one of the biggest, actually the biggest liquidation event in the whole history of crypto happened afterwards. That was this crash. That is the crazy part, right? And guys, this is something that I actually wanted to share with you all, is that, like, I believe that these prophecies can really help us to think in a certain way. We shouldn't like lean to these prophecies and then just like hold them as they are the truth. No, we should investigate them. But they can help us bend our mind a little bit when times are actually difficult, right? When XRP is going sideways for a very long time, and there's no action and everyone is capitulating on XRP, but we are seeing prophecies about XRP really taking off, and then we are going into the charts and we are looking at the charts and we are seeing, wow, that makes sense because XRP is at a massive support level right now. This prophecy can mentally help us bend out of the negative state of the markets and make a right decision. And it doesn't mean that every prophecy is right, but this is what I've learned in the past couple of weeks looking at these prophecies. That's why I love them. That's why I'm going to share with you the prophecy today of Litecoin, because this is also very interesting what's being said right here. And I also believe that many people who are sharing these prophecies, including me, they all do that with the right intention. Like, there is only an intention to investigate, to share. Everyone has, of course, their own responsibility, and everyone has to do what they feel is the right thing to do. That's also very important. But what I feel, guys, with you and me on this channel, on this community, is we are putting our minds together. We are becoming a web of consciousness that is helping each other out. So on the community, on Discord, I'm getting daily so much information from others in this community, which by the way are beautiful people. They are scrolling around the internet. This is the same with Litecoin. I brought up Litecoin because of the charts, and then the people from the community, they suddenly find this about Litecoin, they suddenly found this about Litecoin, then astrology about Litecoin is lining up as well. We put our minds together and we are suddenly seeing the same thing. That's what makes it so powerful. You're not alone anymore looking at the charts and thinking this and this is going to happen. No, we put our minds together. We are a web of consciousness where we can feel, where we move as a group through the markets, and where we can feel what's going on. I think this is very, very powerful, and we get a lot of confirmations when I share these Litecoin charts. I get a lot of confirmations like, yeah, I see this too. What about this? What about that? Have you thought about this? Let's go. And right now it's going, guys. It looks like it's going. I'm definitely right now already in the profit on my position on Litecoin, and I can tell you already, it's been a big position. It's my biggest holding right now. Okay guys, then a couple of things I want to share before we are going into the prophecy is the liquidation heat map. We have looked at that as well. Liquidity right now is slightly above us, still a little bit higher. Does that mean that right now we have formed the bottom and Bitcoin can just take off? To be honest, I'm not too sure, because there's always the 60-day cycle low, which actually could have happened early on the 9th of February, but that's pretty unlikely. That 60-day cycle low will most likely happen around the end of February. So I don't know how that's going to look. Maybe we are going to still do something like this, where we touch the, let's say, the low of the channel, or maybe we are going to go up and then like get a low right there. But I think the end of February, when we do get a 60-day cycle low, that is a nice opportunity for every single one of you to, if you still are interested in accumulating crypto, to increase your crypto holdings. Also guys, today there will be a talk, a golden age of digital assets, charting a path forward. Maybe something is going to be announced today that is going to be very interesting as well. Then guys, let's dive into the prophecy. But before we are diving into the prophecy, guys, a quick reminder: if you like to trade Litecoin or Dash coin, which I will mention later in this video as well, which is a fork of Litecoin, you can do that over on the BitDINO exchange. BitDINO exchange, they don't require any KYC and they don't require any VPN to access this website. I have a link down below in the description right here for the exchanges that I'm personally using. And if you join these exchanges with one of these affiliate links, you basically support the channel and you'll get an extra benefit with using these platforms. Now guys, let's go to the prophecies, and let's start with the Litecoin prophecy, because what I was thinking, like, okay, the Litecoin chart is just lining up. It's lining up very beautiful if you ask me as a technical analyst. I'm already in the space since 2016. Litecoin is beautiful, and in 2017, guys, Litecoin was such a popular token. It was like 2021, this whole bull market, everyone forgot about this token. That's why I think that all these DINO tokens, and DINO tokens are the old tokens that were there in 2017. I think they will come back very beautifully in 2025 right now, because they have had a very long consolidation, similar what we are seeing with XRP. XRP is basically the first sign of that, and also in 2017 XRP was the first one to take off from all the altcoins. Okay, so prophetic dreams reveal sequence of price movements in cryptocurrencies. So this is a dream the Lord, I'm quoting from this article. This is written by Maria Conwell, and this was published, and the dates are very important because I'm going to show you what happened with her old prophecies. This was published on May 9, 2021. She says, "This is a dream the Lord gave me today. In my dream, I saw many pieces of frozen chicken in plastic wrap floating in front of me and going up in the sky as if it were a see-through conveyor belt or a sheet of plastic. I remember thinking to look at the cryptos. Then I heard myself say in the dream, oh no, Litecoin just dumped to $700. I need to sell." In the dream, the top price for Litecoin was not shown, but when I saw it drop to $700, it felt like a huge drop. Well, this definitely is very significant. Wow. So Litecoin, she saw in the dream that Litecoin dropped to 700. So which completely makes sense with the structure that we are seeing right now, because if we were to like measure the target of this formation and we would have seen a breakout right here, I mean, the target of this formation would be over $1,000 US. If we then get a drop back to 700, that would be right here. Yeah, it would make complete sense. It would fit the structure right here, because a breakout from a consolidation from a 7 years formation, these are explosive, similar as we have seen with XRP. It was very explosive move. So this is actually the first and only prophecy that I could find about Litecoin being at higher levels. Further, she doesn't say that much about it, but she has some other prophecies that and some poems that she shares that I want to share with you guys, because they are interesting. And already know, guys, that she is sharing prophecies in 2021. So guys, then we go to prophetic poems for 10 cryptocurrencies, and this is posted on April 18, 2021. Again, 2021. The reason why I say 2021, why I hammer on the date, is because this was the previous bull market, and now we are going to have a look at the picks that she made, because this is where it gets interesting. Litecoin, okay, Litecoin was not that popular in 2021, but okay, it was the silver from Bitcoin's gold. Stellar, very significant token right now. Tron, also a very significant token right now, even has some ties with Trump, I believe. This one is interesting. Redcoin was a coin that was very popular in 2017. I even bought this token in 2017. I made money with this token, but now this token is completely dead. So this is not the right pick, so to say. Electronium was also 2017. I don't know much about this altcoin right now. I think it's at the lows, so it's not that it's maybe interesting to invest, but basically I don't have that much opinion about it. XRP, 0x, Hedera Hashgraph, this is interesting, Silica, and VeChain. What I find interesting from this list is that there are so many coins from this list that are actually doing very good in today's market. So we have Litecoin, makes complete sense. Stellar makes complete sense with all the stories and other prophecies that came of this cryptocurrency. Tron makes also very much sense. Redcoin, for me personally, doesn't make any sense at all. Electronium doesn't make any sense at all. Ripple makes a lot of sense. 0x, don't know much about it. Hedera Hashgraph, Habar, very popular token right now. Silica, also at the lows. Maybe this one will do something nice in the future, who knows. But strange pick. And VeChain was VeChain was very popular, I believe, in 2017 as well. So this is ISO 222 compliant. So this is also interesting pick. Then we go to the next point, guys, and this is where it becomes interesting. This is why I take it a bit serious. Prophetic dream reveals drop in cryptocurrencies coming soon. April 27, 2021. Well, let's go to April 2021. Yeah, that's crazy. That's here, guys. April 2021, right here, at the exact bull market top from the previous bull market, she posted prophetic dream reveals drop in cryptocurrencies coming soon. This is really interesting. This is very interesting, guys. I really love to read this and I love to share this with you. And many of you will have an opinion. I get so many positive comments, but so many negative comments as well. And for the negative people, guys, why do you worry so much? Like, you know, this is just beautiful. This is just a person that is having these experiences, and she is literally at home building a website, writing it down, putting energy in it, sharing what she experienced with us. Whether you call that experience truth or no truth, or whether you call it fake prophecy, whatever, it doesn't matter, because your judgment about this only says something about you. Because the true reality is that there's a lady called Maria Conwell who's sitting at home, who's making effort, putting energy in sharing something with the rest of the world. And doesn't matter, like, and she does it with a good intention. And I'm going to assume that she does that with a good intention. And that is a beautiful act on its own. When someone in their place is putting effort without any gain to basically share something with the world with good intention, that act in itself is already very beautiful. So another thing I want to share with you guys is that she actually talks about the banking system is about to collapse, and this is where it really gets interesting. And I'm just going to read a little bit about it, guys. Pray the Lord, wealth transfer. Work for the peace and prosperity of the city where I sent you into exile. Pray to the Lord for it, for its welfare will determine your welfare. This is often what we're saying as well. Like, if heaven is coming to earth, right? We have to build the heaven on earth, and everything that you invest on heaven on earth is going to be the investment in yourself. That is really important to realize. So yeah, if you, for example, like buy a Ferrari, that is going to be the worst. Like, if you only have money, for example, you have like 200k or something, whatever, you really want to have a Ferrari, you buy a Ferrari instead of doing like split that money to help other people and stuff like that. That's one of the worst things you can do. That's what I personally believe. Because you have an opportunity to help other people, but in the end you buy that Ferrari just because you like that material good. And there's nothing wrong with liking material goods, but that investment will literally bring you nothing but a couple of days pleasure putting the gas pedal on that car. But it will not give any fulfillment, it will not help the world. Right, and this is exactly where you eventually want to build your wealth. You want to build your wealth with helping the world, setting things up in the world that can help other people or help other people. Helping other people is already, smiling to them, being kind to them is already an act of love, is already helping someone. So that's already important. When you can already do these small things, which actually doesn't even cost money, you already building up the bucket of wealth for the hereafter. Not for right now, but this is coming right now here as well. So the banking system is about to be shaken to its core. Those in crypto will be able to access their funds and pay peer-to-peer. This will begin the great transition from banking to peer-to-peer. Banking as we know it is over and done. A new era has begun. Those without crypto will find it difficult. Be prepared to help all of your neighbors. The children of God allow his rain to fall on the just and the unjust alike. All are his children, though not all are saved. Pray for peace and not chaos. Pray for stability and not war. Pray for the remnant that they may remain true to me. I love you, Joshua. So what she's saying right here is that the banking system is going to collapse, right? And that crypto will basically take over. That is the idea of the wealth transfer, and that we are going to pay peer-to-peer. But this is where Litecoin is actually going to make so much sense, of course, together with other currencies like XLM, Stellar, and XRP, the prophecy tokens that she have mentioned as well, because the transaction fees and the transaction speed on, for example, Litecoin is really way better than, for example, Bitcoin. And that's I actually shared with you already here. Like the transaction fee, as you can see right here, it's uncomparable with the transaction fee of Bitcoin. This is also not a realistic number because most transactions, it really depends on how busy the network is, how much Bitcoin you are sending. But there's basically a huge difference, and the Litecoin transaction fee is just crazy low, and the transaction speed is very high. So if you want to buy something, it definitely makes more sense to use a token like Litecoin. But now it comes interesting. This is the other token that I want to share with you that I already shared with you in previous videos. That is Dash, because Dash is then again a fork of Litecoin. But Dash has even cheaper transaction fees than Litecoin, and Dash also has a couple of things that are going to be very interesting if we are going to pay peer-to-peer. And first of all is they have a private send option. You can send money with Dash privately, anonymously. That might be a future that is going to be important in the future. But what Dash also has developed is that you can send to a name. So for example, my name is Jeroen. I can create a wallet with the name Jeroen. And then you as a Dash user can just send money to Jeroen. So you can, maybe in the end we can use emails, and it's going to be like PayPal and Venmo. It's very easy to use. You don't have to copy these crazy long wallet addresses anymore. You can just type a name, type an email, hit send, and the money is sent. And the structure of Dash is beautiful. I believe this is a falling wedge. We have the momentum coming up at the end of the wedge. This goes up. I believe this one will break out to the upside. It makes for me so much sense because Dash is a fork of Litecoin, which means that they are linked to each other in some way. It is a project that has been created out of the source code of Litecoin. If Litecoin is going to, and it's right now already breaking out against Bitcoin, but if Litecoin is going to see that big rally that we have seen with XRP, then it for me only makes sense that Dash will get attention too. And the structure already shows me that this looks good. But yeah, I couldn't find any prophecies going on for Dashcoin. And there are not many exchanges that basically offer Dashcoin. So that's also very interesting. But B2Nix exchange, they offer Dashcoin. So I bought a part of my Dash. I bought over on B2Nix exchange. And a part of my Dash I bought over on the Femix platform. Because Bybit, for example, doesn't have Dash. Maybe comes in the future when this token will break out and will gain more popularity. But right now, no. So guys, if you are interested in trading, if you want to trade Dash, for example, you want to do that without any KYC, you can check out B2Nix. Like I said, I have a link down below in the description. Femix also offer Dash, and yeah, Litecoin you can basically buy on all of these platforms. So yeah guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked today's video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, guys. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below and let me know your opinion about everything that's going on. Let me know your opinion about Litecoin. Are you already in the profit? Let me know your opinion about Dash. What do you think about the prophecies that I just shared with you for Maria Conwell? Let me know, guys. I want to wish every single one of you a very beautiful day today, and I hope to see every single one of you in the next video. Bye bye.